How's it going, guys? It's the Pixelate Pumpkin, and welcome back to another Versus video. Today we'll be comparing 2013's Silent But Deadly Clown and 2019's Waving Wally. Let's get right into it. Today, as always, we'll be comparing three things: animation, overall scariness and look, and audio/dialogue/ basically what they say and the sound they make. Let's start off with 2013's Silent But Deadly Clown first, and let's take a look at animation. Silent But Deadly Clown has some okay animation. All he really does is move from side to side and pause every once and again, and then he starts moving again. I feel like this was originally intended to be a static prop, but they wanted to add a little more to it, and the animation definitely helps it a lot. It makes him look really creepy, and when he pauses, it feels like he's going to do something else, then just keeps moving again. I feel like this could be a bit better. Maybe he has some more animation, but the stillness to him just adds to all the creepiness that he has. In terms of animation for this guy, there's really not much to say. But I do enjoy his animation. If they just left him static, I feel like a lot less people buy him and he wouldn't be as good. So I'm happy they did add animation to him. So that's why I really like him. But let's take a look at Waving Wally and see how he compares. Waving Wally's animation is pretty clear on what it is. I mean, it says it in his name. He waves. But I do really enjoy his animation. It's very good, and you could use it in a lot of places, and it would be perfect. I feel like his animation was kind of inspired by a story that when the killer clown craze was going around, a kid dressed as a clown and stood on a street corner and just waved to people to see their reactions. So I feel like that could have been what inspired his animation and inspired him as a prop in general. But I really love his animation, and it is, though he only does like one thing and he doesn't move from side to side, his waving is a lot more unique and better, in my opinion, than Silent But Deadly Clown's. So I'll have to give the point to Waving Wally. Congratulations, Waving Wally, you got the point for animation. Starting us off with overall look, we got Waving Wally. Waving Wally goes for the realistic clown approach as a human dressed up as a clown instead of most other Spirit Halloween clown props being monster clowns. I definitely like this more than the monster clown idea, because he definitely seems like this is way more realistic and could be a real person in real life. That's what I definitely love about him. Also, the way he looks is just so disturbing. There's something definitely off-putting about that face, but it could be a bit more creepy. But I definitely love the clothes he wears. Seems very ragged and old, and I love the vintage clown appearance he has. Let's take a look at Silent But Deadly Clown now to see how he compares in overall look. Now let's take a look at Silent But Deadly Clown's overall appearance. Gotta say, this guy is freaky, dude. The frown on his face just adds to the creep factor so much, along with how his face is just painted in the front, which adds a lot of originality to it, making it seem like, yes, this is a real person, not a clown monster. So I love that. I also really like how he's pulling the finger up to his face, saying shh, which definitely adds to the whole theme of that he's going for here. I also love his knife. His clothes look like they have dried up bloodstains all over them, which just adds like, this guy killed some people, dude. So I really like that. His hat's also pretty cool, and I feel like he's just a lot more creepy than Waving Wally. So I'm going to give the point to Silent But Deadly Clown just because he looks so much more creepier. I gotta say, the smile on Waving Wally really takes away from his creepiness. This guy, he definitely gets to look much better than Waving Wally. Even though I do like Waving Wally's look a lot, he just scores it on the creepiness factor here by a lot. What you just heard was Silent But Deadly Clown's audio. It's okay. There's some major issues with it. The laughing, I think, is great. I love it. It's really creepy and it's really good. But the shushing, it sounds super unnatural and it doesn't sound like it's coming from a human. And it just seems like it just doesn't feel real, you know? And especially when sometimes it cuts into the laughing and it just sounds pretty bad. Also, it's the same thing looped over and over again. Maybe if they like laughed and then they made a different shushing sound every time, it could have been a lot better. And I hate how the laughing just cuts out and then it's like shh, kind of annoying, and it really doesn't make the audio sound all too great on it. I feel like if the audio was improved a little bit better, this could have been a really, really good creepy clown prop. but it does fall a bit from the audio. Maybe you can make your own custom audio for it to make it sound better, but that seems like it would be a bit complicated. But this is 2013 Spirit Halloween. I mean, I can't really get too hard on them here, but I do like it, but it has some issues. Let's compare it to Waving Wally's now and see how he fares.
Everybody has good childhood memories of the carnival. Follow me. I promise we will give you some new memories you will never forget.
Creepy is an understatement. Freakishly terrifying? Yeah, that sounds about right. I love his audio. There's something just downright disturbing about it. I just love his voice. I love the creepy laughter in the background. And just the tune that plays over it just gives me the chills. And I feel like his 3 phrases are just perfect for the character they're trying to go for here. This creepy guy who is dressed up as a clown, you don't know what he's going to do to you. That's why I'm giving the final point for audio to Waving Wally, because those 3 phrases are freakishly terrifying. I cannot say enough of it. I love his 3 phrases. They're perfect, and I would love to see more props that have this insane creep factor and all the work poured into just the audio in general. I mean, like, all the background noise in it goes so perfectly with it. I mean, we should be seeing this kind of quality in audio from all these animatronics. It's kind of sad that this one probably has the best audio of all time. So, I'm giving the final point to him, and let's see who won. And the winner of the matchup between Waving Wally and Silent But Deadly Clown is... Waving Wally wins! That's right, guys. Waving Wally has won. New for this year. Gotta say, I do like him a little bit better than Silent But Deadly Clown, just because his animation and audio is a lot better. But Silent But Deadly Clown, I love him. I love his look. I just think he is creepy as hell. And I would love to see more props that go for this realistic approach instead of the more fantasy, cartoony, and dark fantasy approach. And I just think, he looks really good. But I do love Waving Wally, and I think he deserves the win because he definitely has more to him than Silent But Deadly Clown. But I still love Silent But Deadly Clown, but Waving Wally is won. So let's give it up for Waving Wally, and I'll see you guys next time.